entry wins.
Plaku Parfait is finishing hard along the inside. Plaku Parfait takes out the Derby.
And they're off. Favorite Artistic Reason, Bartolino, good break on the outside, but settles. Flank Speed now up to take the lead. Flank Speed from Artistic Reason. Outside is Bartolino traveling in third position. Power Back and Magical Jamie next. Monster Mason in between horses, and Gallon George about the three path. And Super E is the last runner heading into the far turn. They're led by Flank Speed. Flank Speed a half length in front from Artistic Reason in the second spot as they charge around the far turn. And it's Bartolino on the outside, now joining up three deep. Bartolino keeping that pressure on Flank Speed. Flank Speed and Bartolino. Artistic Reason back third. Gallon George outside in fourth. Monster Mason fifth. Power Back sixth. Magical Jamie seventh. Super E yet to move for the back of the pack. They make the turn for home with Bartolino in front now from Flank Speed to the inside. Out in the center, Monster Mason is trying to pick up a share as Artistic Reason continues to battle and come back for more. Artistic Reason charging hard second. Bartolino, and here's Artistic Reason moving to second. One more try on the outside. Bartolino going to hold to win it by a length from Artistic Reason and Flank Speed. Then it was Power Back. In the gate. And they're off. Faustino's Champion and Arbutus first out, and Fairy Wish on the far outside. Fairy Wish coming to join the early lead. As they move round the turn, Congress Hall is next, back to Life in Flash, and Sierra Leona on the outside. So around that first turn, Arbutus in front. Arbutus leads from Fairy Wish, who's second. Faustino's Champion is third. Congress Hall fourth. Sierra Leona is a close fifth. The outside, about the three path, and Life in Flash is in the back in sixth position. Arbutus leads. The lead a half length from Fairy Wish. Break of a length and a half. And Congress Hall with room on the inside there. Postino's champion. They're head-to-head for third. Then Sierra Leona and a break of 4. And Life in Flash yet to pick it up from the trail spot with 5 furlongs left to go. Arbutus from Fairy Wish. Lead a length. Congress Hall on the inside. Postino's champion in between horses. Sierra Leona with an outside journey past the half-mile pole. And Life in Flash still in the back into the far turn. Arbutus just narrowly a neck in front from Fairy Wish second. 1.5 more lengths and Congress Hall, who's racing in third position. Postino's champion is next and Sierra Leona on the outside. And Life in Flash. They race to the top of the stretch. Arbutus just a narrow lead, just trying to hold there from Fairy Wish on the outside. Fairy Wish is set down as they straighten in for home. As Congress Hall scoots up the inside third position, out in the center is Sierra Leona. They got a furlong left to go. Fairy Wish in front, battling Arbutus on the inside, trying to get back for a little bit more. Out in the center of the track now is Congress Hall in third. A scramble between Arbutus and Fairy Wish on the outside. Arbutus is 25-1. Arbutus from Fairy Wish to the photo finish. Then Congress Hall, Sierra Leona, or Postino's champion. And they're off. Gimmy's Golden Girl and Positive Power from the outside. And here's Golden Grant up there with early speed as well. Mayfield of Dreams in fourth. And it's Notion Interrupt Us next. And She's All Courage. And So Who's Back is in the back. And some 8 lengths off that pace up ahead. It is Golden Grant, the neck in front from Positive Power to the outside as they charge down the backstretch. And it is Notion Interrupt Us moving through on the inside. Mayfield of Dreams is next as they move with 5.5 furlongs left to go. Gimmy's Golden Girl is fifth on the outside, just 3 off the pace. And She's All Courage. And So Who's Back is 7th. Golden Grant leads the way, heading into the far turn from Positive Power. Golden Grant a neck from Positive Power. Notion Interrupt Us is in third position as they round that turn. Gimmy's Golden Girl on the outside, and Mayfield Dreams is fifth in between horses. She's All Courage, and So Who's Back. 3 furlongs left to run. And it's Golden Grant holding a narrow lead from Positive Power. Gimmy's Golden Girl on the outside, and Notion Interrupt Us is in fourth. Ground-saving She's All Courage is next as they turn in. 1/4 mile left to go. Golden Grant top of the stretch from Positive Power driven to the outside. A break of 3 to Gimmy's Golden Girl and Notion Interrupt Us. Golden Grant. Golden Grant kicks away 2.5 lengths in front from Positive Power next. Then Gimmy's Golden Girl and Notion Interrupt Us. Jorge Ruiz coming home with Golden Grant from Positive Power to win about a length. Golden Grant, Positive Power second, and Next was Gimmy's Golden Girl and Notion Interruptus.
The moment when you feel the vibe. Post Malone on the mic. Mark Ronson on the ones and twos. Snoop Dogg making it rain. Music moving through your soul, shaking your hips, making you dance. All for one.
And they're off. Calypso goes sharp beginning. Here's Ranchar and here's Corn Off the Cob. Corn Off the Cob up front from Ranchar, Calypso Ghost, and Joyful Noise pushing fourth on the inside. And Bossy Bride and Carolina Ice is in the back. Only 5.5 lengths from Corn Off the Cob, who leads. From second, Ranchar and Calypso Ghost, the great of the outside. Joyful Noise is a close fourth. Then Bossy Bride, Carolina Ice. Into the far turn, still a compact field. 3.5 from front to back. It is Corn Off the Cob, a neck in front from Ranchar and Calypso Ghost on the outside, keeping pace. Joyful Noise is in fourth. Carolina Ice and Bossy Bride ridden along in the back of the pack. 2.5 furlongs left to go. Corn Off the Cob, Calypso Ghost looming on the outside, and Ranchar's in between horses. Joyful Noise, Carolina Ice, and Bossy Bride. And they're into the stretch. Corn Off the Cob, Calypso Ghost on the outside. Calypso Ghost now that gray neck in front as they approach the final furlong. Calypso Ghost kicking from Corn Off the Cob second, and Joyful Noise is third. Calypso Ghost from Corn Off the Cob, then Joyful Noise, and fourth Bossy Bride. Calypso Ghost to win. About a length from Corn Off the Cob and Joyful Noise moving late, and Bossy Bride. And they're off. Manicomio in 3 the hard way. The first 2 out of the gate into the turn they go, and Galazzo right up close to, and so too Haynes Fever 4 deep, and Bahama Channel on the far outside about the 5 path as they round the turn. Another 5. Always Forgiven racing back in the pack with Find Your Boas, and Ludicrous Mode is last and some 16 off the pace. Manicomio firing up front on the pace from Haynes Fever on the chase. They're second, and Galazzo is in third. 3 the hard way down to the rail in fourth, and Bahama Channel on the outside in fifth in that flight. It's other 7 back, and Always Forgiven, Find Your Boas, Ludicrous Mode is eighth. They move to the 5 furlong mark now. Manicomio in charge of the pace out there, sneaking away to a 2-length lead on Haynes Fever. 3 the hard way, asks for more on the inside from third, and Galazzo's in between horses. Bahama Channel's back in fifth, just in behind the second flight. Find Your Boas is next, and Ludicrous Mode and Always Forgiven. Far turn run. Manicomio the one to beat, leads it almost 2 from 3 the hard way, and Galazzo. Bahama Channel, Haynes Fever backs up. Find Your Boas slipping through on the inside, still 10 from Manicomio, who's got the lead. At 3 the hard way with an inside run to try to challenge. Manicomio half in front. Plenty of room on the inside for 3 the hard way, who comes right on through, and so it's 3 the hard way. Manicomio squaring off at the top of the stretch from Galazzo, 7 lengths behind them. The far outside is Bahama Channel. Here's 3 the hard way. 3 the hard way for the final furlong, opening up on Manicomio, and then Ludicrous Mode bounding along there for third position, a 16th to go. 3 the hard way to do it. 4 to 1 on 3 the hard way with Forest Boys from Manicomio. Then Ludicrous Mode and Bahama Channel, Find Your Boas. And they're off. Rominski, fast away, sent up there. Hand Gesture has speed too. Hand Gesture, Rominski can hook up early. Royal Spy's right there too. And Cintilio racing along fourth spot. And Gostrieta's Love is in fifth at a gap of 3 more lengths. And Jason Takes Long scooting through on the inside. Dr. Rags is in between horses, and Blame It on the Fun. And Hampton Lane is last. Into the turn, Rominski leads 3/4 of a length. Royal Spy, Hand Gesture battling third. It's other 5 lengths back, and Cintilio is in fourth. In the meantime, Jason Takes Long still the inside of Dr. Rags, and Grostieta's Love drops back, and Hamden Lane. And last is Blame It on the Fun. top of the stretch. Royal Spy on the outside trying to get by Rominski. Rominski, Royal Spy as they turn in. Hand Gesture is just 3 lengths off them in third, straightening away for home. Now fourth is Shintaleo. It is Rominski coming back from on the inside from Royal Spy, and then Hand Gesture third, and Shintaleo is in fourth. Jason Takes Long is fifth. Here's Rominski. Rominski from second, Royal Spy. Third, Hand Gesture. Then Shintaleo. And Jason Takes Long finish fifth. And they're off. The Angry Man gets a few taps early to take the early lead there, and the inside is Lamplighter Jack, and Order for Porky is settled now to the back of the pack. Market Mover on the outside is up close, and Rapid Response is into fourth. Order for Porky and Super Energizers in the back. Lamplighter Jack just in front now from the Angry Man in second, and Market Mover and Rapid Response a close fourth near the inside. In Order for Porky and Super Energizer, 5 lengths from front to back. With 5.5 furlongs left to go, Lamplighter Jack leads the way. Leads by about 3/4 of a length from the Angry Man and Market Mover. Rapid Response is caught in between horses as they race to the far turn, and the inside there is Order for Porky, and Super Energizer has a clear run outside, the widest of them all, about 4 deep around the far turn as 3 of them line up across the track. In between horses, the Angry Man first to challenge Lamplighter Jack for the lead, and Market Mover on the outside. Rapid Response, Super Energizer gliding up at the clear. Order for Porky still right there, fighting back for more. Wide open affair at the top of the stretch. 1/4 mile left to go. They straighten in, and Market Mover and the Angry Man racing head to head for the lead. In between horses, Rapid Response looking for a bit of racing room. Here's Order for Porky. Order for Porky slipping through on the inside, and Super Energizer on the outside. The Angry Man, Rapid Response, Order for Porky. Super Energizer didn't quite go on. 3 chances, a 16th left. Order for Porky. Rapid Response there on the outside, willing and driving. Order for Porky at the mile wire. Order for Porky to win from Rapid Response.
The Maryland Jockey Club's Canter for a Cause event was held here on October 10th at the legendary Pimlico Racecourse. Approximately 300 riders came along with their horses to walk, trot, and canter along the great track as many of past Preakness winners. Best of all proceeds went to the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
It's been a great day. It's been exciting. We've had a lot of costumes, a lot of great kids out there. We've had every horse in every size. We've had minis to Shetlands to an Irish bred, so it's been really fun.
People have traveled quite a bit of ways to come here for this event. What kind of exposure does this give for the Aftercare Alliance?
Well, we've had a lot of thoroughbreds out here today, which is the point of the whole event, is to support the thoroughbreds and to support Aftercare and to show that these horses are versatile, that anyone can ride them. It's really great when a racetrack or a company such as First Racing and Maryland Jockey Club stands up for Aftercare and really puts on an event where we can show and showcase the Aftercare and the opportunities for horses after racing.
Stacey, we are so thankful for you and all the hard work that you and your crew have done to put on such a wonderful event.
You're welcome. We're happy to be here. And look, it takes a village. There's 81 accredited organizations across the country this is supporting, so it's awesome.
And they're off. Bust off and Galerio from the inside gates, and on the outside there is Lord Wins a Lot now is showing speed, and here comes Lord Wins a Lot, who moves away to a 2.5 length advantage into the turn. Bust off Galerio is third, and McCain racing in the fourth spot, and Torch of Truth, and last is Crocelli. They run past the 7A, solid pace out there by Lord Wins a Lot, leads by 3. Bust off right off the leader in second, and Galerio on the outside third. McCain travels fourth, and Torch of Truth is about 6 to make up now, and Crocelli last. So Lord Wins a Lot leads. The lead is 2 lengths. Bust off in no hurry to try to catch that one yet. Galerio on the outside is in third position, and McCain is in fourth. Torch of Truth is in fifth, and Crocelli is yet to move from the back, still 7 to make up, heading into the far turn. Lord Wins a Lot leads, and now Bust Off gets a cue. Here's Bust Off on the outside. Bust Off coming at Lord Wins a Lot into the far turn with Galerio right there, the green cap in third, while 3 wide, and McCain is in fourth. Torch of Truth travels fifth, and Crocelli. So with 3 furlongs left to go, and here's Bust Off at Lord Wins a Lot to take the lead, and Galerio third, and Torch of Truth on the fire up a wide run on the outside, and McCain just in behind the leaders at the top of the lane, and Crocelli trailing the field. Bust Off turns in. Bust Off from outside Galerio second, and weakened up Lord Wins a Lot has dropped back now, then Torch of Truth and McCain, and the center of the track is Crocelli. Bust Off is in front. Galerio reaching, but second to Bust Off. Bust Off! Bust Off does it by 2 at the finish. Galerio is second, and Torch of Truth, then Crocelli. Fizbo. And they're off. Bull Shark very sharp out of the gate. There goes the gray to flash away. In front from New Frontier already by 3 lengths. And Baptize the Boys. Hard Hustle their 3rd position. And Fast Cash is in 4th. Rocket Blast in 5th. Mice and Men 6th. Fizbo is in 7th. And Ace 99 is at the back of the pack. As they roll for the far turn, Bull Shark Gray streaks by 2 lengths in front now. It is New Frontier in 2nd. Another 5 lengths. And Baptize the Boy is in 3rd. And Fizbo 4th. And Mice and Men and Rocket Blast. Fast Cash and Ace 99 is 8th. Now with 2.5 furlongs left to go. Bull Shark and New Frontier in hot pursuit as they turn in a gap of 5. Fizbo driven in 3rd position, trying to gain, and Baptize the Boys in 4th, turning for home. And it's Bull Shark the leader from New Frontier, just a neck. And here's New Frontier on the outside to grab the lead from Bull Shark. Out the center of the track as Fast Cash is picking up very late in the game. And then Fizbo in 4th, 16th left. New Frontier and the oncoming Fast Cash. Here's Fast Cash. Got the cash, I believe, in the final strides under Grant Whitaker. New Frontier was 2nd, and then it was 3rd Fizbo. Photo finish in the 9th.